Hi, this is Gene Acasella from Port St. John, Florida, and you're listening to the Really Big BBQ Central Show.
Happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big BBQ Show.
Boing. We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me!
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle.
Sean Bono! It's all about the Sean Bono, dude!
Succulent fish! What?
He ate 54 wieners.
Oh, listen, Libertius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour of the Barbecue Central Show, where we talk about only the most important barbecue and grilling items of the day. Still to come on the show tonight, the 2025 Barbecue Central Show Guest Hall of Fame nominations and inductions all in one show. It happens just like that every year, and this is the time of the year that it happens. We say good evening to those of you watching this show tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. We do have a YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody. Do you own or have you owned some type of ceramic cooker? And currently 62% of you are saying no, so continuing to trend down a little bit. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, as we broach into the next 400 episodes. Episode 401, taking you back to September 23rd of 2008. Guy by the name of Bob Beeman from Gold's Barbecue in the Pacific Northwest. The live show at this point, only 7 months of age. History shows that Bob Beeman, in the beginnings of the show, a competitive barbecuer out there in, I believe it was Seattle, Washington, definitely Pacific Northwest, as I had mentioned a couple seconds ago. He was a big fan of the show. He was what I would call a semi-frequent caller to the show when we had a phone line to actually take phone calls, and was always good for a nugget of information or, hey, I love the show, or giving a Pacific Northwest barbecue take on what the barbecue and grilling community was doing back in 2008. Remember, in 2008, competition barbecue was very popular, was exploding really, and Bob was riding that wave as well. So be sure to be on the lookout for a Bob Beeman of Gold's Barbecue coming up this Friday. You can subscribe to that show and the show by visiting thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. Also, don't forget, if you want to hear a guest or a segment again that's been lost in the archives, email John, Jon, at thebbqcentralshow.com, and he will do his best to meet your expectation on all of that. All right, we will waste no more time. Doug, did you tell Rusty to use your link and you use Rusty's link since you popped in on that side? Maybe that gets Rusty in if he uses your link. I don't really have you on. I'm just asking. All right, so we got a couple minutes to see if Rusty can get this figured out. And if not, what's the old saying? The show must go on. We will put in a 2025 Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame class, sans Rusty. We will still have to be unanimous, and this class, I hate to say, could possibly be put in with an asterisk. You don't want that. So we'll hope that Rusty shows up here in the next 2 minutes. But we'll see what happens. We do have a plan of attack to go forward from here. So stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars. Step into the world of McAuliffe Cigars, where each blend is a chapter in a grand tale of craftsmanship and passion. The color series has grown by one. There is the black, the blue, the red, the purple, and now the new green. And we will have Amanda McAuliffe on the show next week. By the way, I was right. There is an extra Tuesday in this month as well. So we have the bonus 5th week in September here as we close out the end of quarter number 3. McAuliffeCigars.com is the place to go. Use the locator to find a retailer nearest you. And now we are going to do it. The 2025 Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Fame class nominations and inductions. And potentially in a last-ditch effort, Rusty Monson is using probably his phone. Rusty, landscape that phone if you don't mind, and we can probably get a bigger picture of you there. Oh, wow, look at that. I mean, even closer than I've ever wanted to be, and I assume that phone's probably going to have a decent microphone unless you figured out some way to pipe that microphone into the phone itself. Let's do a quick sound check. Rusty, check 1 2, check 1 2.
Check 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can. Boy, do I hate it, but we're going to live through it because this is a very important time in our show career, and you are really trying to be here, so I appreciate the fact that... and just like that, he's gone. You there, Rusty?
Yep.
Oh, okay. The picture has gone away, so now the picture is back. Great. So I'm going to just...
It's my wife getting my earbuds.
Got it. All right.
We have better volume.
Yeah, no worries. We can hear you. That's the most important part. And we will go from there. All right, so this is how it's going to work for everybody that's new to watching the show and learning about what this Guest Hall of Fame thing is. We started it back in 2018. We put a whole bunch of people in, and then from there, we got a little bit more discerning. We are going to be putting a total of 5 people into this Barbecue Guest Hall of Fame class. We will go around the pods here. Everybody is going to nominate somebody. So Doug is going to start. He's going to list his 5 nominations, and then John is going to go next. He will list out his 5 people, and then Rusty, and then Matt, and then myself. We will be keeping track. I will be keeping track. If, and I said this might happen this year, by sheer organic happenstance, we all happen to mention the same person, all 5 of us, that's an automatic in to the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Famer. It's unanimous from all of us. We all voted for the same person. So that person should reap the reward of being nominated by 5 experts like ourselves. They should get into the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame without any further debate. Probably not going to happen. So from there, we will go back around, and each person will go ahead and pick one of their 5 nominees and do what we call a re-argue for their access into the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. We will then go back around for a yay or nay. Everybody's got to agree that the re-argue was worth it and that person gets into the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame, and we will continue to go around and around and around until we come up with 5 names. That's how we've done it every year for as long as I can remember, and that's how we're going to do it again this year. Rusty, I did have half a mind to do a very quick, rapid-fire 100% assurity question, but maybe if we get through this really quick, we'll do that at the end just for fun and giggles, because it was kind of actually fun to do a quick version of that there in the first hour. All right. Here we go. It's nomination time for the Guest Hall of Fame 2025. Doug, let me write your name down here on paper and go ahead in no particular order. Go ahead and give your name, and then if you want to do any kind of talk up or post amble on their names, you also have that ability to do as well.
Okay, the first one on my list, and I cannot believe this person is not in the same way that we did that last year. Melissa Cookston.
Right, Melissa Cookston, Yazoo's Delta Q, also restaurateur, also barbecue supply store as well. So Melissa Cookston. All right, go ahead. I didn't realize she wasn't in.
It's unbelievable.
That's right.
Yeah, she's been in over 10 times.
Oh, yes.
And guess how many times she's been on John's show?
How many times?
He produces. Oh, I'm glad you asked that. It's 5.
Wow, many times.
Guess how many times that she's been on an After Dark segment?
3 times.
Oh, you're close. It's 2, but yes, I like your enthusiasm though.
So she's been around long time.
Long time.
Yeah, long
Embarrassing that she's not in
Agreed.
the same way that was it
Chris Lilly.
Gibson. So
Yeah.
Chris Lilly. Yeah. Big Bob Gibson. So,
All right.
yeah.
Melissa Cookston for Duck. All right.
Okay. And I will continue to beat the drum. My next person is Wes Wright.
Right.
He's been on 38 times. I know he's a regular guest. Mechanical engineer, which I happen to like. Finance wizard and M&A. And he is the source of news. And he is our new, like, Derek Riches of the show.
Yep.
And with the no offense to Derek, but Derek had his grisliness that Wes is not quite so grisly, but has pretty good personality, if I can say. All right, number 3. This might be a little bit of a hometown pick, but I'm picking him first and not you, Greg. I'm going with Michael Simon. 3 times a guest. 1 time EP 220. And I think EP 220 and 349. So he's been on 2 of those, 2 best ofs. Wow. Yes. And he was on 2 when you used to do the year-end summaries. I think you only did maybe 3 or so of those. He was on 2 of the 3.
Big mentions. All right. Good one there. Number 4.
Okay. This is always... I'm going to go with Mr. Andy Husbands.
Oh, wow. All right.
He's very well-rounded.
Yep.
Very educational. Can talk about all parts of barbecue. And he has been on...
5 times?
5 times exactly. And on 2 EPs. 124 and 331.
Right. Rounding out Doug's 5 here.
And rounding out my 5, the 5th one was kind of a wild card for me. And I can't believe I'm going to say this.
All right.
Because I wasn't a big fan. Last year. But I learn something every time this guy's on, and he's not even talking about barbecue.
Oh my Lord.
I'm going with Mr. Jonathan.
Wow.
Yes.
That is left field. Was that your left field one?
Yes, that's my left field one.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely not going to do that.
Yeah.
We're not on the same page there. Wow, all right. Mr. J from Cigar Authority. All right, so Doug has nominated Melissa Cookston, Wes Wright, Michael Simon, Andy Husbands, and Mr. Jonathan Barbeau from the Cigar Authority podcast and Barbecue Central Show's Cigar Expert Official. John, you are next. In no particular order or in particular order, whatever you would like. Let's give us number 1.
I'm going to just take care of the low-hanging fruit first and go. My number 1 is Wes Wright. For all the reasons. And I think this is my 3rd year, I think, on my list.
Right.
For Wes Wright. My number 2 on the list is Andy Husbands.
Wow.
Because I felt like I knew I was going to make Rusty happy this year. So we're going with that.
Right.
So, and then I kind of went deep on some of these. So I think my number 3 is Barry C.B. Martin. Chef Barry from back in the day.
All right.
And going long again on this one, Billy Carroll, who was the best I can determine, the first in-studio guest ever. And so Billy Carroll. And then on my 5th, to keep things moving, I'm going with Stephen DeFranco.
Wow.
The jeweler to the Jeweler to the Barbecue Stars.
Jeweler to the Barbecue Stars. Also, once or twice an in-studio guest as well when the show was coming live and direct from Euclid, Ohio. So John has nominated Wes Wright and Andy Husbands. That mates with Doug's Wes Wright and Andy Husbands. Also a Barry C.B. Martin, a Billy Durag Carroll, and a Stephen DeFranco. All right, Rusty, let's give us your 5.
All right. For the third year in a row, Andy Husbands. Fourth year, probably.
Andy.
However long I've been on here.
Husbands.
Yep.
All right.
He's my guy. I actually picked Michael Simon too. I was actually surprised to see he wasn't on there already. I thought we did that last year, but I guess I was wrong.
Right.
And then Todd Bullock.
Wow, Todd Bullock.
Yeah.
Hopefully that one doesn't
He deserves
come up
all
for
the
discussion.
accolades that, and then Emily Detweiler, we're going to throw that one in because I have to. I mean, I might beat this. This might be the last time I beat this horse. So just so you guys know.
I mean, if you feel passionate, there's no reason to drop people off. I mean, at some point, you could work in, right?
Fading as she fades. She fades in the fades. You don't see her much anymore, obviously. So
obviously.
And then honestly, I went with Wes Wright too. Just this was my nod to John. And it was funny when he said nod to me on Andy Husbands because I picked Wes Wright for that reason. So there you go.
Wow. All right. So we are 3/3 or 3/5 of the way to a potential 2 organic unanimous names. This is very close here. Andy Husbands and Wes Wright have made all 3 nominations at this point. So this is very exciting. Now we will go over to Matt. Matt, go ahead and list out your 5.
All right. I'm going to take a screenshot live so that way it can be sent for proof, but in no particular order, but I can show you the screenshot with the timestamp. My number 1.
Yep.
Wes Wright.
All right. Wes. Right. All right. So no pressure on me. Great.
Sorry. I probably went alternative for the other 4, but I'm going to go one Maddie Rempe.
Maddie Rempe. All right.
That's what I was going to do.
But Emily Detweiler makes the list. I mean, okay, but whatever.
Yeah. We'll do it next year.
And if I'm not mistaken, just a pitch for, to my knowledge, the only person to host additionally and guest.
I mean, outside of Steve Ray had hosted a number of times, using a different platform to stream the show, but we were using the same platform at the time, and he had done 2 or 3 different fill-in guest hosts during the live show, and has also been a guest, obviously. Yeah,
and Huck also. Huck, remember Huck? He did it as well. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did. He did the show for you at least once.
Oh, wow! I don't remember that. Was it good? Well, he was the host.
It's never been a best of. Just saying.
All right. Done. Maddie Rempe, go ahead.
Coming in third, and it doesn't matter, no particular order. I'm going to go Mr. Rashid Phillips.
All right. Rashid.
And
Phillips.
Coming in this was a toss-up for me for my top 5, but I'm going Mo Kaysan.
Mo Kaysan is not in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
Oh. Interesting.
And this, like Doug, was my outlier.
Yep.
I'm going to go one Mr. Matthew Austin Osmond Sr. Yeah, I'm going to self-nominate.
You're voting for yourself?
I'm voting.
I mean,
for
just
myself.
when I think you couldn't get more baggier. Just raise it up a notch. All right. Well, I mean, there's no rule against nominating yourself. So Matt Osmond has nominated himself. He's also nominated Mo Kaysan, Rashid Phillips, Maddie Rempe, and Wes Wright. So now we're going over to me. Let's see here. All right, so before I get to my nominations, let me just refresh everybody. Last year, Steve Ray, Mike McLeod, Matt Frampton, Chris Young, and Fred Bernardo. They were the class of 2024. I would share my screen with you, but if I share my screen with you, then you're going to see everything else, and I don't want to tip my hand here. So, hey, here's the good news, folks. We have our first unanimous organic ever at Wes Wright.
Whoa!
So, Wes Wright, now I need to change.
We don't get a bell for that one?
I did the crowd cheering, right? You want this? Oh, you want that? You want the EDM horn or whatever it is? All right. So Wes Wright is in. First one in. That's great. So one less argument that we have to do. My next nomination, agreeing with Doug. And let me see if it looks like we were the only two, of course, is Melissa Cookston. Can't believe that she wasn't in there. Number 3 for me. Can't believe nobody said it. Jack Arnold. Yeah. Absolutely. Total influencer. Number 4. Can't believe he's not in as I go back through the annals of guest history. How about a Travis Clark of Clark Crew Barbecue laying down some of the most incredible interviews that have ever aired on the show. And number 5, and I'm matching somebody in left field, I also nominated Maddie Rempe for Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. So if Rusty would have dropped Emily and put in Maddie, she would have been 3/5 of the way into the Hall of Fame, if you can believe it. So
the first damn year I don't. First year I don't.
That's all right, Rusty. Nobody's here passing judgment. 2/5 of the way is Maddie. So we do not have any more unanimous ins, but I'm feeling really good that we have a strong pool of names to go through. So now we will go back to Doug. Doug is going to pick one of his 4 remaining candidates and do a little bolstering on why they should get in. So, Doug, pick the one you feel most fervent about arguing for. John, do you have something first? No? Okay, sorry. Saw the pen go up there. So, Doug, go ahead.
I'm going to go with Andy Husbands. His first, I think, appearance was like 11 years ago. And he's kind of done a metamorphosis, right? So he was by himself with IQ, and then he teamed up with Chris Hart.
Well, Chris Hart was IQ,
and but then he teamed up with him.
Yep.
And but when he first time Andy was on, I think he was on by himself. So then they teamed up, and then they wrote a book. And I just think he's added a lot to the show from a variety of different angles. TV, he's been on TV, he's written books, and I've actually talked to him because I had some issues that I wanted to talk to him about. He returned my call that day and said, "Let me try to help you out with something." And he is an ambassador to barbecue, and so I think he's just one of the nicest guys, and I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
But we are talking about the Guest Hall of Fame. So on the strength of his guest appearances alone, he should be in the Hall of Fame, outside of everything else.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Good argument. John, agree or disagree?
Agree. He's on my original list.
That's right. And I know it's on Rusty's list. And Matt did not have him on his list, but Matt had himself on this list. Matt, is Andy Husbands doing it for you?
Andy Husbands does it for me.
Yes.
Bring him in.
All right. And I will agree here. Andy Husbands, great. So we have a Andy Husbands Guest Hall of Fame induction tonight here. Just for fun history, Doug, the first time Andy Husbands was on the show was not because he was a barbecue guy, it's because I was, oh shit, you just hold on. It was because I was watching Hell's Kitchen season 1, which I believe he was a part of. And I was like, wow, I love this guy. He just undercooked chicken, and Gordon Ramsay is just taking, everybody seemed to be using Andy as a punching bag in that season. And I reached out, he came on the show. I think he appeared weekly as that season was running its course, and we were trying to wait to see when he got voted out. And at that point, I realized I was in full man love with Andy Husbands and have been a big fan, both when he is on the show as a guest, which hasn't been nearly enough, and watching him through the career and all of his ascensions into the different worlds of business, barbecue, book writing, and all that fun stuff. So happy to have Andy Husbands in the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. And now we'll go to John. John, who do you feel most passionate about arguing for of your remaining 4?
Stephen DeFranco. Stephen DeFranco, the jeweler to the barbecue stars. I mean, the guy was on the show regularly in person. Always sounded great. Always brought something to the party.
Sponsor.
Yeah, for
years.
What, 5, 6, 7 years? Like so, and always showed up. He was a good, I would say, second to you when he was in the studio. He was always curious. He's very knowledgeable, but he was curious, and the back and forth between you two was pretty magical to me. So, and that's why those in studio appearances when you guys would talk, and so Stephen DeFranco. There may not be a show today had it not been carried through by Stephen DeFranco, who was a great guest.
All right, we'll go to Rusty. Rusty, yay or nay on Stephen DeFranco?
I've never heard an episode with him on it, so I can't say. So I have to say no.
Yep. All right, just like
Sorry,
that.
John.
Steve DeFranco
Sorry,
is out.
John.
Rusty, give me a name you are arguing for.
All right. Let's throw this one out here just to see how it goes. I'm going to say Todd Bullock because Todd is very funny. He's a good guest. He is kind of like the comic relief to Susie's attempted comic relief, and I think he brings a lot to the table. And he's just cool. He's funny. He's like, I've always liked when he's on. He brings a lot to it, and he's a weekly or a quarterly guest now with Susie. And I think he's one of the few quarterly guests that isn't on the Hall of Fame yet. So there you go.
All right, Rusty is nominating a Todd Bullock. So I'm going to draw this one out just for fun. Matt, yes or no on Todd Bullock? Are you muted, Matt?
Yes, I was. I'm sorry.
Right, go ahead. Very dramatic.
Susie's already in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're all big boys here. Don't spare anybody's feelings. It's a quick yes or no. Let's go.
No.
Oh,
no, I don't
all
think
right.
so.
Thought we were going to drag that out a little longer. I know John was going to be the hammer on that one eventually. All right, let's go to Matt Osman. Matt, give me one of your remaining 4.
All right. Let's just nip it in the bud. Let's go one Madison. I believe she did a fantastic job filling in. She's been a guest
many times.
I think 4 times in the recent, let's say a year past history, and maybe way back a lot more. I thought she deserved the nomination because of her flow. You got several emails and feedback from when she hosted in your absence. She's been charming. She helped me get your shirt size, and I think she just deserves a spot on there.
All right, so Matt is nominating Maddie Rempe. I'll just go first because I also nominated Maddie Rempe, so I go ahead and second that emotion. Doug, Maddie Rempe, yes or no?
I'm going to say I loved her attitude. Once you taught her how to run all of the computers, etc. She was then like, the show is mine. And so that was great. And I'm not going to do it your way. I'm going to do it my way. And you're going to be gone and it's my show. Just like when you're the head cook. So out of respect for that, I will say yes.
All right. So I just want to state, if you feel like this should be a no, like nobody's going to be offended here. So don't say yes just because of me and just because I was going to nominate her. If you want to say no, please, by all means, say no. John, yes or no on Maddie?
I'm sorry, it's a no for me for this year.
This fucking asshole, John. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
God damn right. You're going to put your kid in there over Melissa Cookston? Get
All
the
right.
fuck out of here.
That's right.
Boy.
All right, here we go. And now we're back to my list, which, by the way, as John brings up, I am arguing most passionately for at this point because Maddie got chopped. Melissa Cookston, I can't believe that she hasn't been in as Doug laid her stats out when he was doing his initial nominations. I mean, how does somebody that has been on the show that many times, given that many great appearances, given that many hot takes, had hot takes against me that I didn't even know were coming at me until after the fact, all making for great guests, appearances, and then a number of Barbecue Central show best moments appearances as well. So I don't know. I could go on, but I would just be preaching probably to the choir here. So I believe Doug was a Melissa Cookston. So Doug, just give me a yes real quick so we can confirm you are still in with Melissa Cookston.
Yeah, the 5 EP, the episodes, as well as she was show karma. She wanted to come on before Memphis in May.
She even called it the show Juju, is what she called it.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
All right, John, Melissa Cookston.
Yes, once again, embarrassed that we have overlooked her for this long. Absolutely.
And Rusty, Melissa Cookston, yes or no?
One of my favorite cookbooks of all time, Smoking in the Boys Room. So yeah, hell yeah.
And Matt, do we put Melissa Cookston in?
Wow, on me. Despite not being able to be at her World Junior event at her barbecue shop this weekend, bring her on in, baby.
Yes, all right. Now we have a Melissa Cookston. Very good. All right, we'll go back to Doug. You should have like 3 names left. Which one of those 3 do you love the most?
I am going to go with. I have 2 names.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 2 names left. Yeah, because
sorry,
you've had a lot of people going.
Michael Simon.
All right, Michael Simon, the Iron Chef.
I love it how when I was doing my research, I saw that I think he was like a maybe the one time when he was supposed to be on the show, and then he never called in, and then when he did finally call in, it was such a big, getting the whale sort of thing. And the last time he appeared on the show, he was so relaxed and calm. It was like he was in, a friend's house talking to us. So I just really enjoy him, and I think he's been a great addition to the show. And I'd like to see him on a little more.
All right, let's go in reverse order. Matt, Michael Simon in the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame, yes or no?
He made my mental list, but not my physical, but I'm going to say yes.
All right. Rusty, Iron Chef, yes or no?
Man, he's absolutely one of my favorite people of all time. I've been following him since literally day one. And I selected him on my list when I was on the toilet today. Just fun fact.
Best thinking is done there.
Thank you.
Because I was on the list, like, who hasn't been in that we need to get in? I was pooping. It was like, I pooped, but I didn't want to wipe yet. I wanted to find out first, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to,
I mean, we can get through it.
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Put Michael Simon in.
All right. John, Michael Simon, yes or no?
Rusty, just want to say, did you ever hear the episode where he was a guest? And you're okay with it? You just know him, so he's going in. You don't know if he's a good guest or not. So get the fuck out.
Listen,
he ain't going in this year.
You just asked Rempe's daughter.
Yeah, because I have integrity for the Hall of Fame. It's about the Hall of Fame,
That's
not who my poop pals are.
Yes. All right. Circling back, John, Michael Simon, yes or no?
No, he's
No.
not. No.
All right, it is a no on Michael Simon. All right, John, who are you putting in, or who would you like to argue for?
All of my guests Rusty will never have heard of, so he's going to kibosh him. So I'm going to yield my fucking time because it was back from a day when the show was, not 3 weeks fucking old. So I got nobody. Move on to the next guy.
Nobody. All right, Rusty. Who do you got?
I mean, here's the thing. I listen to the show all the time, but I don't want to listen to jewelers when I'm listening to a barbecue podcast. I just skip it.
It was a long time ago.
It was barbecue.
It's probably long. Now,
was it?
Rusty can be swayed. I mean, if your argument is passionate enough, just because Rusty didn't trace all the way back to 2008 in listening, and I wouldn't expect that a lot of listeners that are new to the show are traipsing back.
I don't have the energy to explain a Barry Martin or a Billy Do-Rag Carroll to anyone tonight. I just don't, because it's like, you got to go listen. You got to figure it out. Like, yeah, it's like, I'm not frustrated. I'm just like, really? Like,
what? This dude was on in 2008? I wasn't even born then. Like, that was a long ass time.
That's why I'm just not going to waste your time. I'm just going to yield.
All right, Rusty.
I like your list, though.
You're up.
All right, guys, let's do it again. In lieu of Maddie Rampy, let's do Emily Detweiler.
All right. So no explanation needed. We've had that for any number of years. Doug, Emily Detweiler is making it in this year. Yes or no?
She was actually on my mental list of including, and just I don't agree with just because she's not in barbecue that we shouldn't.
By the way, you're right. She was a guest, so she's eligible. It doesn't matter if she's in barbecue or not. It's totally irrelevant. She was a guest. Yeah. She's eligible.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes. I'm going to go next. I'm going to say yes, too.
Woohoo.
Matt, Emily Detweiler, in, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Could be number
John,
4.
I'll owe you one.
Emily Detweiler, yes or no?
It's got nothing to do with you, Rusty. Just because someone is maybe not relevant within the show today does not mean that they are not relevant to the show overall.
Correct.
So Emily Detweiler is in the Barbecue Central show.
Wow-wee. Look at you.
That was a flyer. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Man, oh man. I didn't know if you were going to bring her back up again this year or not, if you had had enough of getting your teeth kicked in. But here we are. So Emily Detweiler is in. All right, we got room for one more in the end. Matt, who are you arguing for?
It's really tough to put myself over these two guys. I'm gonna go Mo. Big Mo Cason. Listening to some of his past episodes, I think one of the things that stuck out to me was when you did the whole characterization thing with Damien, seeing that, whatever you call it,
the ice
cartoon
chomping
type.
Yep.
Yeah, that, and just, I think his personality over audio made those episodes some of my favorites. So that's who I'm going to lead my pitch with.
All right, Mo Cason is Matt's pitch here to fill slot number 5, which happens to be the final slot. All right, we'll go back around in normal fashion. Doug, yes or no on the BMC?
He was entertaining in some respects, but was he a positive attribute to the show? I don't think so, so I'm going no.
Wow. All right, we'll cut it there. And we will... I guess it's my turn now. All right. Wes Wright is out. Melissa Cookston is out. Maddie's out. I'm going to...
Didn't you have Andy?
3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with Travis Clark. Multiple time guest on the show, multiple time hot take, multiple time telling it like it is when he was dominating Competition Barbecue, which, by the way, when he was in Competition Barbecue, he was dominating Competition Barbecue. Now that he's out of Competition Barbecue, he's really not dominating anything in relation to Competition Barbecue, but that was his realm. That was his niche. He showed up every single time I asked him. He answered every single question that I asked. He brought his own view of where Competition Barbecue was each and every time we were having interviews. Everything that makes, to me, what a great guest is, Travis embodied, and he also had great personality and great voice and was unafraid. Or as Daniel Vaughn would say, he was courageous on the show. So for those instances, I'm saying Travis Clark should be the fifth and final person into the 2025 Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. We'll go in reverse. Matt, Travis Clark, yes or no?
Yes.
Rusty, Travis Clark, yes or no?
Travis Clark, yeah, he's great. He's the kind of like the Shack of barbecue, but he sounds good.
Shack of barbecue. John, Travis Clark, yes or no?
As much as I dislike Travis Clark as a human being, he freaking very well deserves a place in this Guest Hall of Fame. And yes, he's absolutely. I'm embarrassed that we haven't done it yet.
Doug, this all lies on your shoulders. Do we have a new Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame? And if we don't, that's fine. But the answer now is in your court.
I did that once before. No, I'm going to say Travis Clark deserves to be in our Hall of Fame. Absolutely. No one said it like it is, like he did.
No doubt. All right, so we've done it, and quicker than I thought. So I'm glad we went into the second. Quicklier than I thought. That's my word.
Yes,
that's not a real word. 42 minutes into the second hour, we have birthed a new Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. In recap, Wes Wright was our very first unanimous organic vote into the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame, followed by an Andy Husbands, followed by a Melissa Cookston's, followed by an Emily Detweiler, if you can believe it, and closing out, and certainly no shame in being the final one, but that's just the way it is, a Travis Clark from Clark Crew Barbecue. That is it. We still have time for Barbecue Central Show's embedded correspondent promotion. Doug, what are we promoting tonight?
I am on currently this week's co-host of the Baseball and Barbecue podcast, so listen to me there. And I will be traveling in a couple of weeks to Huntington Beach to cook the California Wine and Food Festival there.
Right.
So if you're in the area, come on by. It's on October 18th.
John, what are we promoting?
Hey, I just want to thank everyone for listening to me 400 times on the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. And this week will be the first show of the next 400. So thanks so much, and let's do it this another 400 times.
All right, Rusty, what are we promoting?
Nothing except for the restaurant, but I just wanted to give a shout out to John because I don't know if we did it for the beginning or not, but 400, man, that's a big ass deal. I don't think people understand how hard that is and the dedication it takes to do something like that, and at the level that John does it. So big fan, and congrats, buddy. That's awesome.
Matt, what are we promoting?
I second that, and the congratulations of the Best Moment Show. Made sure to listen to it on the way back from Illinois this past weekend. And other than that, back in the saddle at Blinky's Offset Barbecue in Pegram, Tennessee.
All right, we got a couple minutes, so why don't we do the lightning round surety questions here with Rusty while we got them. All right, Rusty, quick hitters. No thinking, just quick hitters.
All right, gotcha.
100% yes or 100% no. The Underseasoned Barbecue Podcast got it right when they placed Daniel Vaughn as the #1 most influential person in barbecue across the globe.
Yeah, they actually crushed that one. That was a good job.
Ray Lampe should have ranked higher than 152.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, I know absolutely. 100%.
I should have ranked higher than 143.
Man, that's wild. Absolutely. I top 20 easy, and I'm not just saying that because I know you.
Doug should have been somewhere on that list.
Yeah, Doug invented the fucking dip thing. That was huge. Doug,
the queso
you deserved
dip.
that.
The queso. He's talking about queso, Doug. 100%.
Yeah.
John should have been somewhere on that list.
John? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. This is a podcast. They didn't even touch 400. F those guys.
Rusty should have been on that list.
Yeah, because I absolutely influenced nobody.
Matt should be on that list.
Matt who? Who's Matt?
Finally, somebody did not make the list. Wow. All right, Rusty, appreciate you running through. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. There was one more left. I forgot. 100% yes or 100% no. Wait, were you able to hear anything when you couldn't log in by any stretch? You were totally dead? Nope. All right. Okay, good. This will work then. 100% yes or 100% no. Proving that my hypocrisy knows no bounds. I have used the Hardcore Carnivore Everyday Carry Steak Knife in the past 30 days.
I'm an optimist like I'm an optimist. Yeah, yes.
Yes, all right. Well, guess what? Both you and John were 100% wrong. As I said, I told you last month, say no this month, and John said yes, and you said yes. I also revealed that for the past 60 days, I have lost the Hardcore Carnivore Everyday Carry Steak Knife. I haven't even had it on my person, so there's no way I could have used it. So I will try to tell you again, Rusty, next month say no. But you guys are a free will. You're your own humans. You're going to answer how you're going to answer. But I'm going to encourage you to say no because I will ask it again. And I will not have used it in the next 30 days. I can tell you that. I guarantee it. So with that being said, guys, thank you for the class of 2025. It's always fun. I'm looking forward to everybody's reactions. And we will do it again in 2026. And we'll see you again in October. There they are. The embedded correspondents for the Barbecue Central show, and we will go ahead and am I caught up here? Yes, good. And we'll just leave 15 minutes early. Why not? Let's hit the rack. All the way back in the first hour, I recapped the Hartville Hardware Grill Fest 2025. Then, after that, we had an Abridged and Sans Rusty 100% assurity question with the embedded correspondence. And then as we twirled into the second hour, we started the putting in or the nominations process of the 2025 Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. And we ended with a brand new class. Wes Wright, our very first unanimous inclusion. Andy Husbands made it in, Melissa Cookston made it in, Emily Detweiler made it in, and Travis Clark made it in. Those are the 5 that make up the Barbecue Central Show's class, our Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame class this year. Great show. Many thanks to the embedded correspondents for really pounding this one out and holding true to what they believe, saying no when they feel like they need to say no. That's most important. Holding the fabric of the Hall of Fame at heart. The integrity, as John said. A big show planned for you next week. Amanda McAuliffe from McAll Cigars will be back in talking about their green cigar release. A rapper I've never heard of, so anxious to learn about that. So, how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next week, this is your program host and proud U.S. American, Greg Rempe, saying, Shalom! Shalom!
Hi, This is Jeff Stone of Grandpa's Pride Barbecue from the Panhandle of Florida, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.